Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Ziggy's Rants. Now, today I want to talk about what's been going on with Angus Robertson and all the nonsense surrounding his meeting with a Israeli ambassador. So, first of all, please, plenty of thumbs up. It really does help if you like the channel. Share, subscribe. It's free. Always helps as well. And the more people who watch it, the better. So now, Angus Robertson, Angus Air Miles Robertson. Let's talk about him for a minute. Now, he met with an Israeli ambassador, and the outcry from the nationalists, especially other politicians, other people in the party, has been quite something to watch. They have a serious issue with anti-Semitism within the party. That is very, very clear from the messages that's been portrayed, the anger to Angus Robertson, to John Sweeney, to the party. How dare they meet someone from Israel? Some of the messaging has been absolutely scandalous in my view. I just think the Jewish population in Scotland must be watching that and absolutely despairing with what's going on, feeling isolated on their own and scared. That's the messaging that I'm receiving from the Jewish community. Now, but let's look a little bit deeper into this, because it's the hypocrisy as well that I cannot stand. It's the hypocrisy of yesterday they were calling out the Labour government because there was plans, or they were thinking of putting money into Scotland, directly into Scotland, into organisations to help with poverty, and they weren't going through the Barnett Forum and they weren't going through the Scottish government. They were going to do it directly, and there's a big outcry of it's undemocratic, it's an attack on devolution, they're coming after devolution, they're bypassing, it's disrespectful, all sorts. We had all sorts yesterday about this. But today we have a message from the Scottish government where they outline of why Angus Robertson met with a Israeli ambassador. And they went on to say things like they wanted to portray their position on the arms going to Israel. They want to cease fire. They want to discuss this, and they want to discuss the anti-Semitism that's going on. They wanted a whole, and they mentioned foreign affairs on during this big rant that they sent out, that they've wrote and sent out on social media and in emails. Now, foreign affairs is reserved. It's a reserved matter to the UK government. It's got nothing to do with Scotland. So their position on Israel, they might have a position on Israel, but as far as the country goes, they should be meeting with the ambassador and getting involved in foreign affairs, which is the UK government who do that. Not Scotland. It's a devolved administration. They have no say in foreign affairs. They may have a say, but they don't have any kind of power in that field. That's a reserved matter, and they are getting involved in a reserved matter, which just tells you the hypocrisy. One day they're complaining about the UK getting involved in devolution, and the next minute they're getting involved in foreign affairs, which is reserved. And they've been doing this for years. They've been getting involved in reserved issues, acting like a government when in fact they're a devolved administration. So it's the hypocrisy that we see from the SNP. And it is quite shocking. And it is quite shocking the statements we are seeing and the obvious anti-Semitism we are seeing within the SNP and within the SNP hierarchy down in the party. It's a huge problem. Labour have had that problem. They seem to have got that kind of problem in order at Labour. There still is the issue. They do have the far right nutters within the party that that are quite anti-Semitic, and they still do have a problem, but it's not as bad as what it was. They seem to have controlled that a little bit. But what we're seeing in Scotland is the SNP are rife with it. They are it's all over the place, and it is a big issue going further. I think they need to get a handle on this, because if they don't, it is going to be an issue going forward. So that's my rant for today. Please leave your comments. I love listening to your comments, and plenty of likes. Share and subscribe. If you can do that, thank you very much. Until next time, take care.